This is Billy Jones. Talk Beat Jones. Watch us every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. You will enjoy calling and talking on Talk Beat Jones. See you then, Saturday, 1 to 2. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones. And see you then, Saturday, 1 to 2. As we say, you have to go nowhere because this is talk television. This is the this is the best that you can get to on talk television. However, WHPR, Mr. R.J. Watkins, and his son, Mr. R.J. Watkins Jr. Give me that telephone number before you go, bro. Wait, you got to write it down because I can't remember that. Okay, come back and give it to me. Because his son, R.J. Jr., is doing the 88.1 FM. Now, if you understand how radio works, FM is stronger than AM. And so I want you to know that we're doing talk TV at this particular time. And I'll go against anybody that's taking calls. Anybody that's taking calls. If you are dealing with radio and I'm dealing with TV, I got the strongest signal. And we've got all of the bells and the whistles that people can talk about. You can go to this and that and pick it up and call in. Yeah, even in your car, you can do that too. So you want to tell your friends and your family to tune in because Talk Beat Jones, Dr. Talk, I'm on the air and I'm moving slowly, but I will at some point be not only on TV, I will not be giving up TV, but I will be joining the 88.1 FM radio station as well. Donald Trump is doing the things about the climate change or whatever else that Donald, who has no style Trump, is doing. I want to salute California, Jerry Brown. He stands up because I don't think that some folks don't understand who Jerry Brown is. He was a mayor, he was a governor, term limited out, went and served some other parts of being an elected official in California, became the mayor in Oakland, served his time, and then came back to become the governor again in California. And the governor that's in New York. Now, you got the number one, number two governors who are saying, Donald Trump, the move that you make is a chump move, and we're not going along with you after coming out of that agreement. So we're seeing some situations with Donald Trump that the governors are stepping up because he couldn't buy them like he did the folks that had the votes in the presidential race. I'm just trying to make it a little different. Also, if you want to talk about the fact that they had this Mackinac situation with all the shakers and the bakers, and folks was there, and folks are asking why was the person who's running for mayor, Coleman Young Jr., was not there. If you want to speak on that situation, you can. Also, right here in Detroit, the folks is talking about the superintendent. Some folks are really enjoying the potential of what he has to offer for the new school system. And also, are you looking at for folks who are getting ready for the grill time, The GRILL, the grill time. That's right. Folks are talking about getting out, having their uh, grilling and all them great foods, and we got the great grillers that are not in the restaurants, etc. But you know, you the best grillers. We know right here you have the best grillers, and you want, in many cases, to grill on your front porch. And they have now passed a law. Did you know that? In case you don't know, you better listen to me closely. They've passed a law that says that you cannot grill on your front porch. What do you think about that? Call your friends and your family and place yourself in a position so that we can hear what you have to say about the fact that you cannot grill on your front porch no more. And I was driving through a neighborhood yesterday as I was delivering some Jasuru, that liquid biocell, and the Easy Silk, and I went through a whole block on both sides. I saw grills on folks' front porches. I want you to know, in case you don't know, this TV talk show, Talk Beat Jones with Dr. Talk, is letting you know that you have to take those grills off of your front porch because it is now illegal in Detroit, Michigan to grill on your front porch. Mary, in
Yes,
Oakland,
so
in
good.
Oakland, California, that person that had the kinship with TV 33, Mr. R.J. Watkins, Mr. Henry Tyler, with, well, he was Soul Beat Television, the late great Mr. Chuck Johnson, and the still great, the still uplifting, motivating, the people, persons that's bringing us talk television, Mr. R.J. Watkins, Mr. Henry Tyler. They had a kinship. They worked together. Black folks working together. We got folks doing Mandingo.
Uh-oh.
They're working on the plantation, Mary, and they
Uh-huh.
call themselves an urban presentation. And the fact of the matter is, the white man is showing if I give you some black folks and you can be who you are, lawyers, doctors, whoever you can say you are, I can still say, well, I got this land, I got this
Mm-hmm.
microphone, I can bring it to you for free. And guess what?
But,
They still say, well, yes, sir, boss. Thank you for letting me sit behind your microphone that you were born into all of this money
uh-huh.
and you letting us come to your microphone and make you greater, better, greater. Yes, I'll work on your plantation. I'll work on your plantation and I'll still talk about black and what we should do and try to have an
Uh-huh.
influence in our politics and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm
Okay.
still a Negro working for and working on a white man's plantation and saying I am who I think I am, a white or a black woman saying who I am. Yes, I'm calling you out.
Uh-huh.
Calling you out because if you ever want to watch what I'm speaking of, pick up the movie called Mandingo and see what these
Mm-hmm.
black folks who working on the white man's plantation is doing. Because again, if you don't invest in your black business, you are trying to cripple and hurt your black business because the white folks have always had the ability to give black folks something for free. And if you fall for that, you'll fall for anything. Go ahead, Mary. I'm a little hot, bothered, but you can talk about it, Mary.
Yeah, I can understand you being hot, bothered, and all that kind of stuff. It's all in your body, and that's why the women like you. Now let's go to climate change.
Yes. Do the climate change. Mary Bugs, you something else.
Well, climate change. Does Trump have glasses? Does he wear glasses? That's what I
Uh,
want to know.
he wear
Doesn't
bifocal.
he
He wear
see?
bifocals, Mary.
Oh,
He wear
Lord.
bifocals and he take them off when he's doing his policies.
Well, I know if he stood in front of all these rich white people talking about climate change, which was which was sickening, very sickening. I'm trying to figure out, how is the world going to survive with this man being president?
I'll tell you
How
why.
are
I'll
people
tell you
going
how,
to survive?
Mary. I'll tell you how. Because you see, with Obama, President Obama and First Lady Michelle, she showed you how you can have all this type of dress that was moderately priced and looking good, etc. But President Trump's wife, she comes out with a $51,000 coat. Now, I want to ask the folk, the women out there, how many of you can go out and purchase a $51,000 coat? Okay? Tell you who, and they say, oh, she's bringing back the dressing and being a first woman. That's part of bringing America back.
Well, let me say this. I'm not jealous of their richness and things like that because, like I said, Jesus, he had rich friends. But my thing is, when you cutting programs for the poor and for the homeless, you're so wrong. God knows you are so wrong. But I don't want to talk about Trump all day. Let's talk about Rihanna and the basketball game. That's the buzz.
Uh-oh.
What was she up there doing cheering for LeBron James? What was she doing? I mean, the man is married. What are you doing, Rihanna? You're so wrong. Now, I didn't plan on watching the game Sunday, but I'm going to see if you're there. Making a mess of things. You're a party girl. Stay a party girl.
Now you talking about Rihanna? You talking about Rihanna, the singer, the rapper,
That's
the
right.
hip hop woman?
Yeah, she was at the, sitting there in the front seat, cheering on Mr. James.
Well,
I said,
wait. Now, what do you? Well, no, now, hold on. Now, we play, because again, when we talk about that, now I played a little high school football. I was all city, and I played for 4 collegiate teams that won championships, 2 in the JC and 2 in the Division II. And I'd make a play, and I'd look up into the stands and see the folks cheering for me and the team. And I wasn't necessarily trying to get with them because that was a different level. But I mean, it's all right because you got the men. You look at the men that sit right there on the court side who spend thousands of dollars to sit there to talk the stuff. Now you got that little guy, and all he in fact he got a commercial when he was doing the Michael Jordan thing, and he was cheering for New York.
Well, let's put it this way, Billy. We know you still have that sports ego. James has the ego, too. All I'm saying is do not mess up the man's marriage. That's all I'm saying. I had never heard of her supporting Cleveland before. And then out of the blue, here she comes. The man that has just watched his house being sprayed with racist stuff on it.
Now,
and then here she is in the front row. Oh, LeVan, oh.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, you see, here's the deal: is she knew LeBron James needed some inspiration because LeBron James was going against 4 All-Stars on the other team, and so she knew he needed some extra pep in his step. And you noticed that before the game was over, she left.
Well, Cleveland had other players on it.
I said,
give them all the inspiration if you're going to do that.
Hey, I said Golden State have 4 all-star players. And here's the deal. I want to say this real quickly. We talk about families, and we talk about women raising men and needing a man in the house. Well, LeBron James never knew his father to this day, according to what we know. And we also have a guy who plays for the Golden State Warriors, and his name is JaVale McGee. Now, here's the question.
I like it.
Now, here's the question. His mother was one of the McGee twins, and they dominated basketball when they played in the collegiate ranks. Now, their last name, the lady's name was McGee. Now, to my understanding, I do know that most times, if you want to keep a name as a woman, you may go JaVale McGee and the last name, which would be the father. So, to my understanding, there is no other last name to JaVale McGee. So, there is no father figure associated with JaVale McGee, the center, who is doing an outstanding job with the Warriors. So maybe she just says, well, maybe we just need to help. But I'll just shut up now. Go right ahead.
All I can say is, did you take your medication today? And I'm gonna tell one more thing, Tiger Woods. You white people ought to cut that out.
Well, that's why I didn't take. Wait, Mary. You asked me about the medication. You see, Tiger Woods took his medication. And you see what it got to him.
I know that, but I'm sick of them putting him on TV looking like that. The man made mistakes. We all make mistakes. So just cut it out. I believe he'll be back. And I hope that, oh, Lord have mercy, you people are so wrong.
Now, you said, you said he'll be back? He'll be back.
I think he'll be back.
He'll be back.
I really do.
He'll be back when his back is back. That's why he said he was taking all that medication.
Well, I would tell him to stop getting all these surgeries. Try laser. Try anything. You've had about 5 surgeries.
Yes.
The man is going through a few things. We all have.
What he needs to do, he needs to get him a landscaping job, a real man's work to help strengthen his back, and he'd be a whole lot greater, better.
Well, God bless his soul. And thanks a lot, Billy.
and don't forget now, I'll be back there on the 26th. I'll be with Cheryl, and hopefully I'll get a chance to see you because I'm going to be in Cheryl's studio talking and doing some things on her television station. I hope that we can get you involved, okay?
I hear you. It's all over Oakland.
Yes.
It's all over Oakland. The girls are lined up. Everything just fine.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Thank you, Mary. Hi, family. I need you to turn your radio down. This is the Talk Beat Jones. I'm Billy, Dr. Talk Jones, and how are you? Can I get your first?
How are you?
Hi. Can I get your first name and your conversation, please?
Can you hear me?
I need your first name and your conversation, please.
Oh, my conversation. I've been waiting for you for 16 minutes.
But see, here's the difference. I need the first name, please.
Oh, sexy.
Who is this? Who is this?
Sexy.
Sexy? No. We're doing like the white folks do it now. We taking the actual name. We're not doing the actual wannabe. We're doing an actual, give me a first name. It don't have to be the real first name, apparently, because I don't know you.
Sexy.
No, can't be sexy. Give me a first name. Think of something.
I know I can be sexy, Billy.
No, because sexy is, that's one of those pronouns and or subject that could be something different. But I need something to call in a government name or a name that you have chosen that has an actual name. Give me an actual name. So if somebody calls in and say, I didn't care what Ruby had to say, but here's what I've got to say. They can't say, well, I didn't like what Sexy had to say. We want to do like, let me tell you this. We got all these Negroes who are on the white folk station, and let me do a disclaimer. Billy Jones, I have been at that station. I, too, have gone on that station and did a program. Give me your telephone number, by the way. Write it down, so that I'm letting you know I've also been on that station, and that station do not allow folks to give them a different number, a name. You got to give us a name. So come on, give me a name.
J
What is it?
Shea.
S-H-E-A.
A.
Shea.
That's right.
Okay, that's good. That's close enough.
I just have a basic question
Okay.
for you. Glad you're on. I waited 17 minutes for you. What is the real outlying purpose of climate control? Can you explain that?
Real quickly, climate control is something that actually, now I'm going to give you a twofold answer on that from Dr. Talk's perspective.
Okay.
When I was a little boy and they
Mhm.
started shooting all these rockets and et cetera into the sky, it seemed that the weather would change because of
Right.
the rocket fuels and how it messed with the sky and the atmosphere, etc. Now that we have all of those, all these countries that are shooting all these various rockets into the climate, we've gotten a difference into. Oh, I got a hot number for you, for the folks who want to get on 88.1 FM. You want to call 313-326-8787, and I'm kind of reluctant to give that out because I see that we have a guy who took the time. I wanted to be on Saturdays, but they got an excellent DJ who is on Saturday nights now, so I can't get that time, so I can't. And they got this lady named uh, Bad Apple or something like that, and her crew comes on. But I'm coming. I'm coming. But 313-326-8787. If you want a program on 88.1 FM, you want to call RJ Jr. and find out what type of situation it is for you to get a program on the 88.1 FM, the FM, not AM, the most powerful station. But going back further with that, and so now we're looking at all of these situations that's contributing to how our weather is changing, how the snow is melting, ice is melting, all of these particular situations, how when we say it used to be cold, now it's hot, it used to be hot, now it's cold, that's what they're talking and speaking particularly about weather change. They're speaking about the oceans is changing and all of these particulars and how to protect our climate throughout the world. So there is a lot of situations that's going on with that when they're talking about the drilling, the fracking, and how it can affect different parts of our country. That's part of what they're speaking of. I'm not giving you the whole gist, but I just want to give you a little simple Simon type of understanding, okay?
You know, I feel like if he decided he didn't want to go through with it, you know, something so vaguely simple and not really a concern one way or another is mind-boggling. It always comes up when it's time to get down to the investigation of it, you know, of him and this Russian deal. It's just mind-boggling. And I also wanted to bring up asking you your view. I don't know if you heard on the news about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. They're now going to make it so that these slum lords that have these raggedy properties and evict tenants for complaining about it, is supposed to put a stop to that. And I really don't see that per se happening.
Well, what they're
ideal of barbecuing on your front porch.
well, that's a twofold situation there. First of all, the first question is they're speaking about going out and having inspections on these properties, and if the owners of those properties are not in compliance, I can't remember offhand what those compliance agreements are, but if those compliances are not met, then those owners are not certified to receive rent and cannot evict their tenants. That's a good thing. The
That is
proper,
a very
the
good
bad,
thing.
the other process there is they're saying, okay, do you have enough inspectors to get out to inspect all of these properties? That's up in the air. The second
Mm-hmm.
question there was, and my question to you and to the family, we've got families in the neighborhood, and as I mentioned, I've gone through a certain block, and it seems like as I looked, almost every porch or every other porch had a grill on the porch. And what about some of these properties that have these condos that used to be called apartments that have those balconies and people have their grills outside their patio in those first, second, third, fourth floors that they have their grills? They no longer will be able, to my understanding, because it's within a certain distance to the properties, they will not no longer be able to grill. And people will tell you, hey, I'd rather have my food grilled than being in the oven. So what is going to happen in Detroit about the folks who love to grill and will receive, quote, a fine if a neighbor complains because they're saying that you're grilling in your on your front porch or on that little balcony and you're in an apartment or a condo complex? What's going to happen? How are the people going to react to this is what my question is.
A lot of people may not necessarily like it, but I can understand it for apartment aspect to keep from potentially catching the roof on fire if it's closed in. Many apartments are. And then, when you go within the suburbs, if you notice, in the more higher money areas, they don't do things like that. If they're going to do it, it's in their backyard, which is more appropriate. And we have a tendency, when you're in the hood, instead of just grilling and enjoying yourself, cooking for yourself or individuals in your house, we make it a big thing where people do drinking and fighting and everything else.
Well, I don't know about the fighting, etc., but I do know that when I was moving from one home to another home that had a cement porch, and that was a corner home, and I called myself going to bring my grill to the front porch, and I was going to, quote, grill on the front porch so that as the neighbors walked by, they'd smell my barbecue, and maybe I'd have a chance to meet folks as they walked past going north or going south or going east or going west. I had neighbors. I had neighbors that before I was able to even get my coals ready, that saw me bring my grill on the front porch. I had a neighbor from across the street from her balcony, her home, and this was a home that I was involved with, holler out to me, hey, hey, you're not going to put that grill on the front porch. This ain't no ghetto. You better take that grill off that porch. You take it to the back. We don't grill on the front porch over here. Now, that was my introduction, quote, to that particular part of the neighborhood. Now, I see now today, there are other folks in that same neighborhood. We've gone through some changes. Some folks have moved. Some older folks have gone on. And we've got other folks who moved in the neighborhood, and I'm seeing them having some grills on the front porch. But they tell you that if something happens and your home catches on, that causes your home to catch on fire or your condo to catch on fire, then you place the other homes and the other condos that are in close proximity to the process where they potentially are going to catch on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So It's but again, you know, what is the views of the folks in Detroit? But that may be too much of a hard question to ask for folks to respond to.
It's a very simple question. You either for it or against it. And in one aspect, I am for it, but in another aspect, depending on your block and the type of house that you have, not a condo, I would be against it. But more so, for that, than anything, because in one aspect, you don't want to see
Hold on just a minute. Caller, would you hold on? I'll get to you in just one moment, please. Thank you. Okay, give you another 2 minutes, please, okay?
So, another thing I noticed that when they had the movement here, last weekend, I was so disappointed at how, it's a new state takeover in terms of transportation, and you see more of your Caucasians that come here for the Techno Fest. They all use Lyft and Uber, and it was just so minorly cheap and just as hostile as they want to be. It's amazing how people can come here, and they have no regard for this city in any aspect. And when you go out of town, my final question.
Well, no. Don't have time for. No, wait, excuse me. Don't have time for another question. We've been on for a little while, but I will say if you call me Wednesday from 9 to 12, I can take the further question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I will say this: I was involved with the hold down, etc., the country type of thing they have downtown, as well as the Technical Fest, Tech Fest, etc. Now we can talk about that because again, I was hired by white folks to take them down there, and I can tell you what my thoughts on that. Okay. Thank you. Gotta go. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye. Hi family. This is the Talk B. Jones. I'm Dr. Talk. You're live. Can I have you give me your first name, your conversation, please? Are you going to talk to me? Do you mean that you're not going to talk? Family, you're live on the Talk B. Jones, and I'm Billy, Dr. Talk Jones. You're live. Can you turn your TV down, please? Turn your TV down, please. Thank you. Oh, you left. Okay. This again is a process that we ask you. Again, it's funny how folks deal with TV and deal with radio differently. You'll call the radio stations and you will always say, thank you for taking my call, but you will deal with TV live talk so much different. I don't know what has happened to the job seeker, but here it is. I'm going to give you some jobs. It states your chance to work at Little Caesars Arena. 2 jobs fairs set to fill part-time positions. Little Caesars Arena is holding 2 jobs fair next Thursday. That'll be next Thursday, and June 14th at Joe Louis Arena to fill part-time positions at the new stadium. The jobs working for Olympia Entertainment and Delaware North Sports Service include ushers, bartenders, dishwashers, cooks, servicers, housekeepers, supervisors, and parking and restroom attendants. Now the fair will run noon to 6 p.m. on Thursday, 2 to 7 p.m. June 14th at the arena. 19 Steve YZERMAM Drive in Detroit. Now I believe that particular street is named after a Red Wings hockey player. Now registration is not required to participate, but applicants must complete a form that is available at olympiaentertainment.com. Parking will be open at the Joe Louis Arena parking garage and the riverfront lot. A list of jobs and their descriptions also are available on the website. The form asks for contact information for application to rank the top 3 job preferences out of a list of 32. In addition to games, the arena also will host concerts, shows, and other events. Food service company Delaware North, based in Buffalo, New York, will handle food, beverage, and retail sales at the arena. It also operates concessions for the Detroit Tigers and Comerica Park. So when we talk about no jobs, I just gave you a listing of some jobs for all persons that you don't have to be highly skilled to go and get jobs. You're live on the Talk B. Jones Show. I'm Billy, Dr. Talk Jones. Can I get your first name and your thoughts, please?
Hello, Billy. This is Annie.
Hey, Annie, talk to me quick. I don't have much time.
All right. I'd like to say hello to all our listening audience, and I'm back.
You're back, okay.
Talking about the wonderful Giselle. Yes?
And the Easy Silk Hair and Skin Line products?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so we want folks to know that you are back up and running. You've got the Easy Silk Hair and Skin Line products at your new location. And for all of you want to say hello to your fans from around the United States that have called and asked about you, or how, your friends and family?
Yes. I would like to say that to everyone, I'm back in full spirit and really talking and doing about the Giselle, because it is all about me.
Yes, yes.
I can't do without it.
Okay. Well, thank you so very much, Annie, and we'll be talking to you. In fact, you can call in. I'll be with the hair doctor on Monday from 8 to 9. You can call in. He asked about you last Monday, okay?
All right, then.
All right, babe. Hold on so you can hear the last part of the show. Hi, family. Thank you for calling Talk B. Jones. I am Billy, Dr. Talk Jones. Can you turn your TV down, please, and give me your first name and your conversation? I appreciate you calling. Thank you.
Billy, I forgot to ask, are you coming back on Wednesday?
I'm sorry?
Are you coming back on radio Wednesday?
You mean television?
Yes.
Yes, I'll be back on television. That through the courtesy of Malik Shabazz, he brings me on Wednesdays from 9 to 11 a.m. and until the other host comes back, I'll be on from 9 to 12. Okay?
Oh, you'll be on longer.
Yes.
And how long are you going to be on Monday?
Huh?
How long will you be on Monday?
Oh, Monday I'll be on from 8 to 9. I'll be the sidekick to the hair doctor from 8 to 9 on Monday.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I forgot to answer.
Okay, and you'll be able to talk to me when you call Wednesday. We'll be able to have a longer discussion because, again, I'm on for at least 2 to 3 hours, okay?
Well, yeah, because Mary took up a good time, and I didn't get my time with you, and I'm
Yes,
jealous.
you did. Hold on. You always talk about that. I did. I'm looking at, on my phone, I have a time clock. So I know how long that we are able to speak. So please don't go there now. Come on. Got to let you go. Bye-bye now. Okay. Bye-bye. And family, has been a wonderful, great time. And oh, by the way, on Saturdays, regardless of when you hear this program, on Saturdays, I want you to know that Minister Malik Shabazz has a program on that 9:10 a.m. superstation from 11 to 1. You can call and talk to him. I never know what his subject is, but he is there on Saturdays from 11 to 1. But if you want to know how to get on the radio station based here at WHPR TV 33 with RJ Jr., who is doing a wonderful job dealing with the diversity, you want to call 313-326-8787. RJ, can I get that commercial in there real quick? Okay, whatever you want to do, let's do that so I can, and we'll bring on Dr. Massey. Family, 313-412-3111. Love you. That's 313-412-3111. The Voice of Detroit, Dr. Massey, is coming up next after these commercials real quick. This is Billy Jones. Talk Beat Jones. Watch us every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. You will enjoy calling and talking on Talk Beat Jones. See you then, Saturday, 1 to 2. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones, and see you then, Saturday, 1 to 2.
Good evening, TV audience. This is Dr. Massey with the Voice of Detroit on this lovely TV station, WHPR, coming out of Highland Park, Detroit. We're so grateful unto the Lord for what he's doing. I was on my way to Mississippi, and that got closed out. You know, God will close a door for you when it don't need to be open, and then he'll open a door that can't no man close. So I'm glad he did what he did, because it's just too much work to be done around here in Detroit for me to be lollygagging all across the United States trying to do something. But my heart was there to do it. And, you know, if you are willing and obedient, I tell you, sometimes when you make up your mind that you're going to do something for someone, and the Lord may intervene, say, well, that's all right. I got somebody else who will take care of this. Well, the Lord is just that kind of God. So it's important for us to stay in a right relationship with him so that we can hear him. It's good to be able to hear the voice of the Lord. And we thank our Lord Jesus Christ, who came, died for our sin, went to the cross at Calvary, died there so that we can be connected back with God. In him was the ministry of reconciliation, and he wants to reconcile us all back to the Father. And once you're reconciled back to the Father, now you are able to have a communion with God. And I thank God for the communion in which I have. It's not like every first Sunday we're talking about having communion, drinking of the wine or the grape juice and eating a piece of the unleavened bread. But we're talking about the true bread that came down from heaven, that live forever. We're talking about Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, who come to do that for us. And I'm so thankful to God that he has done it for us. Well, we are talking about baseball. It's almost that time. It's almost that season. We know that the school doesn't get out until the 22nd of June, but we need to lay the foundation right now. What we're doing now, we're in the process of recruiting children for T-ball, for Pee Wee baseball, and for varsity baseball. We will be having a rally this Saturday, which is the 3rd, and also next Saturday on the 7th. And it will be located at 10601 West Chicago. That's 10601 West Chicago, right at the corner of Pinehurst. For this Saturday and next Saturday, we will be there. And we don't know how the following Saturday is going to go, because we're having a meeting with some pastors who's able to help us with baseball, help us with children to sign them up for baseball, and also be able to help us with the Bible school. You know, I've been working real hard this week over on Jeffers Freeway, where the old church burnt down, and I tell you, those weeds was very, very high. It was the first time we got in there since the weather's changed, and I tell you, it's very high. But we've already knocked down, I guess, about one half of all the weeds, and we're able to get the lawnmower in there on that section and mow it. So it's looking real good. So we're over there cleaning up, sprucing up, because what we want to do over there, we want to have a can't think of the word right now, but where people can come and with their goods and sell their goods, a flea market. We want to have a flea market over there. We got enough space over there for about 500 fleeters. So if you are interested in fleeting, on next week I will give you a number of somebody to call. But meanwhile, you can give me a call off the air. My telephone number is area code 313-332-8592. Also over there in that area, on this week I will be planting watermelons. I will be planting tomatoes, and Also, we will be doing some onions. We'll be doing some cantaloupes and some honeydews, some bell peppers, some jalapeno peppers, and whatever kind of seed that I have. I do have some seeds from down south. I have some Georgia collards. We'll plant a bed of those. What I've done, I've made a bed, a 4x8 bed, and with that 4x8 bed, I put 4 inches of dirt in there. But it has to be some real good dirt. God blessed me about 3 years ago, and He gave me a combination of the dirt to use. And I don't mind sharing that with other people because I want you to get healthy like I'm healthy. And the way to get healthy is for us to eat healthy food. Now, when we begin to grow this food over there, the only thing that we're going to put on it, we got a mixture of black dirt, compost, and also Canadian peat moss. We mix those 3 together, and I tell you, bam! You really got something going on. I've seen plants jump up out of the ground in about 8 days and stand there about 3 to 4 inches high using this combination. So we're going to use this combination this week, and we're going to begin to just fill up those beds. I got about 24 beds, and I may even put more than 24 beds out there because in the collard greens, we probably need at least 2 beds. And we'll put about 1,000 seeds in each bed, which will create 1,000 plants out of each one of those beds. So we will be able to sell the plants or ask for a donation for $1 for each one of these organically grown plants, and then we'll show you how to take them and transplant them in your garden, transplant them in your flower bed, or you can take a post-hole digger and dig a hole right in the middle of your yard if you want to grow a tomato. But then you have to manicure around it so that it can produce like you desire for it to produce. So we're just happy for all that God has given us to do. And I'm glad I get a chance to stay in Detroit for a while to try to get all these things lined up and get them initiated. That's one thing a leader should do is get the project initiated, and you need to get to the place where people trust you so that they will come and help you in the project. We need a lot of help. Those of you that want to do some garden and need to learn how to mix that dirt, you give me a call. On this week, I'll be over mixing the dirt and making the beds. You can do the same thing in your own neighborhood, but we'll be doing it over there on Jeffrey Freeway. At Magnolia, over where the church was, where the Rising Star Church existed there for about 63 years before the church was burnt down. We haven't determined yet totally how the church got burnt down, but it did get burned down to the ground. And I think God may have allowed it to happen to give us a new beginning. And when we get the flea market going over there, you can come over and you can lease your space, and we ain't going to try to charge your arm and a leg, just about for $10. You can have your space. You can come over there and sell, donate whatever you want to donate, and do your own thing. But don't bring any herb over there, no marijuana, no drugs over there. We will have security walking the perimeter continuously during the hours of operation, to ensure that our friends don't get hurt over there in that particular area. Now, on the baseball, we just thank God to meet this today. Again, we said we're having a rally. This is Saturday, the 3rd of June. We'll have one again on the 7th of June. And after we formulate each team, then we won't be doing too much rallying because, see, kids know kids. And they begin to tell another child about it, and you have more children than you have people to work with. But if you're out there and you are a man and you had the experience of playing baseball, I want you to share that experience with these children. Now, also, with the baseball, we have hands-on skills, and we also have character-building skills. And then during the school months, when school started back in September, we want to do a wraparound program for these children because they need our help. 71% of our young ladies having babies, and ain't no husband, ain't no man in the house. And she has to try to raise these children by herself, but that's what the village is there for. It takes a village to raise a child. and we want to be a part of the village to help you raise your child. And so we'll do a wraparound program. We will have homework assignment centers. We'll have a tutorial lab, a computer lab for the children. We'll also continue the hands-on skills and the character building skills because this is very important. I mean, what is it that we've learned to play baseball and don't know how to behave ourselves? So this is the reason for the character building skills. What if we try to play baseball and we mess around and get hurt, break a leg or something, and we can't play baseball anymore? Well, if we got a skill, we can still be able to support our family. So join us there this afternoon at 4 p.m. That's at 10601 West Chicago. And we will talk about how we can work together to improve the lives of our children. We won't demand that you come out of your pocket, even for the registration, which is only $10. Yet, what we'll do, we will do a fundraiser together, whereby when we do a fundraiser, we'll raise enough money so the kids can put some in their pocket, as well as them being able to pay their way through the program. Because they're going to need a glove, they're going to need a bat, their own personal bats, they're going to need their own helmet, and they're going to need their own cleats, and they're going to need their own uniforms. And these things cost money, but that's no problem. We'll show you how to raise the money, and we'll do it together, and we'll be better off because we did it together. You know, it's a real travesty in Major League Baseball today. There's only 8.5% Afro-Americans in Major League Baseball. Now, this is a true travesty. There should be at least 50% Afro-American, or even 60%, or even 80% should be Afro-American. Why? Because God has blessed us with a physical physique. We have great athleticism, and we'll be able to hit the ball, and we'll be able to pitch the ball. Some of you out there who have children who never pitched the ball in their life, we'll give everybody a chance to throw it just to see what's inside of you, and then after that, we'll be able to determine, with your help, who really should be a pitcher. And we'll give everybody a chance, but everybody don't have the stuff inside of them to be a pitcher. But those of you who have it, we're going to give you the opportunity to explore and to develop it, and I want to see you in Major League Baseball. Also, we're working on, they're going to have the National Negro Day down at the ballpark, and all those who come along with us now and get signed up, we'll make sure we have tickets for you that you'll be able to go down to Tiger Stadium and down there on Woodward and enjoy a baseball game. So we're looking forward to see you there this evening at 4 p.m. and then on the 7th, no, it's the 3rd and 10th. We're looking to see you again at 10601 West Chicago. And then after next week, we'll have a place where people can continue to come to sign up your children, sign up your young men, so that we can help them and perfect them in baseball. Let me read this to you. I wrote this 6 years ago concerning the baseball, and it says the National Negro Youth Professional Preparation Baseball League Association. And what happened, I was sitting there watching the documentary of the old Negro League, and I saw it twice. And then by the time the third time it came on, I remember standing up in my seat, in my chair, getting up, and saying within myself, oh, I can do this, because I've had the experience of playing baseball, and I wanted to share that experience with children. So it said the National Negro Youth Professional Baseball League Association was born out of two documentaries Reverend Dr. Jerry L. Massey saw on cable television about the Professional Negro League Players Association. The documentary showed a race of people and their culture was destroyed. The documentary depicts how the cream of the crop of the Negro League Association was integrated into white society, while devastating or annihilating and displacing the other 90% of the players of the Negro League, thus subsequently devastating the Professional Negro League Players Association. I was provoked by what I saw. Stadiums filled with Negro people cheering on their champions. The Negro League was developed out of segregation and the necessity of having a baseball in black culture. And when the black players integrated into the Major League Baseball, the black elite baseball players could only play in one arena. This is the white Anglo-Saxon arena. In devastating black baseball as a culture, it has caused black players to abandon their heritage and the lucrative franchise. Over the last 60 years, it has cost the black community trillions of dollars, while a handful of white Anglo-Saxon owners has become filthy rich. The National Negro Youth Professional Baseball League Association is obligated to the cities which host one of the original team of the Professional Negro League Players Association. Our initial effort will be to establish a youth league in these cities, subsequently establishing the National Negro Professional Preparation League in every state in the Union that exists during the time of the National Negro Players Association. Well, my time is gone. We'll see you again on next week, if the Lord will, and the creek don't rise.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones, and see you then Saturday 1-2.